The video you're watching now is from a webcam, and this is crazy. This is the Hollyland Lyra, the 4K streaming webcam. You can see the autofocus. It's even crazy and very fast. I'm amazed, like I'm wowed by this, the quality of this camera. I have also with me a Sony a7R5. This is not a comparison video, right? But just to show you the quality of this camera and the fact that it is this small, the form factor, compared to big cameras and what it can do. And I'll also be telling you one of the things that I think if Holyland was able to add to this camera will make it a game changer. Now this is the combo version, right? And it comes with this microphone. It comes with A1, Holyland like A1 embedded inside it. This is one of the tiny mics that you can get. Once you turn it on, it will pair with this camera wirelessly and you are good to go. Your audio and your video is sorted out. That's why they call it the streaming combo. Also, if you pair this whole thing with the Holy Studio app on your desktop, in fact, you have a more opportunity to play around with this camera. You have the opportunity to change the ISO, to change the focal length, to change the white balance, to change the contrast and the saturation, and a whole lot of other settings. So we are going to explore that and more. In this video, I'll be showing you things that I like about this camera, some of the features I think makes this camera stand out, and also will be telling you the things that I don't like about this camera. So this is the video to review this bad boy totally without any bias. So join me in this video. One of the things I like about this camera is the fact that it is simple, just simple. When you bring it out of the box, this is what you are going to see. There is no button on the camera. You just have this camera and one USB Type-C port. And if you buy the combo version, inside the box, you are going to get this particular microphone. Yes, this particular one. Apart from that, also inside the box, you have the manuals and also some of these cards that Holyland puts in their devices. Come on guys, look at the autofocus on this guy. This is crazy. Can you see? Also inside it, inside the box, you are going to see USB Type-C to Type-C cable, which is what I'm using right now to connect it to my system. And also you have USB Type-C to Type-A. And if you're buying the combo version, you are going to get a charger for your microphone. And then also you're going to get a Type-C to Type-A dongle and also a wind muff, right? This is it, a wind muff. So these are the things that comes in the box, right? So let me clear it out of the way so that we can talk more about this amazing camera. Feel free to ask me questions about this camera and I will answer you. Like I've mentioned before, this is a 4K camera with an f-stop of 1.8. That is crazy, right? And the sensor of this camera is 1/1.5. Another very impressive thing about this camera is the fact that Holyland, introduced the Holy Studio app. In the Holy Studio app, there are crazy, amazing things you can do, right? You can change the resolution if you want to shoot in 1080p 720 or 4K 30. You can change the orientation. By the way, if you tilt this camera all the way around, it will go into portrait, or you can just come to the Holy Studio app and click on it and change it to portrait. Or rather, you tilt it and change it to portrait. If you look at this particular place, you can see there is a focal length that is for you to work on your zoom in and zoom out. This thing is crazy, right? It can go as far as this 4 times, but you see that it's digital zoom and the thing will start breaking when you zoom it very close. So you may not have to zoom it very close because this is a webcam, so it's basically very close to you. So draw the camera closer to you whenever you need to, right? And then there is this anti-flicker on or off, so you can put it anti-flicker off. From my experience with these professional cameras, I have come to notice that if I'm shooting on 60 frames per second, when I have some of these lights like this particular one, no matter whether I'm on 25 frames or whatever it is, or 30 frames, it will flicker, right? So what I usually do is to drop it to 50 frames per second, right? So it will stop this flicker from happening, and that is exactly what I did here. So you can see here, I dropped it to 50 frames per second. If I click on this now, you can see that the light at the back will start flickering, and you can see the auto setting of all those things is trying to happen. I have to uncheck it. If you click on this, you will set it to auto instead of being able to control it manually. And also my ISO, I have to set it to 125. You see it here. So if I click on auto, you see how it brightened up this video a bit, and it's going to do that based on the light in the environment. I want to be able to do it myself. I want to have this kind of moody settings, so that's why I'm able to do it like this. Now, other things you might see is the white balance. The white balance, I decided to leave the white balance just the way it is, right? Also here, there is another control, which is the FOV control, right? This is even more amazing. It helps you work on your zoom and your zoom out. So you can just click on a button. You can see I have already set some scenes here. Click on one, it zooms in. Click on another one, it zooms out, which is perfect, right? So it's like one click setup. Now look at this. If I want to talk about this particular light here, I can just come here and say, oh, let's do this, let's go this small, and let's move this thing to this side. So this is me, and this is the light by the side, right? I can as well move it to this side so that the light will be just a bit good. So you can see that I am doing this just in front of you to let you know how you can use this. So if I'm streaming right now and I want to talk about this light, I want to talk about myself, I can tell you, oh, this is the light I'm using, blah, blah, blah. Now, what do I do? Right now, you can see that I will click on this particular guy to add the scene. I'm not clicking on templates, I'm clicking on this place to add the scene. Now look, I have added the scene. So if I click on scene 2, I'll go back to my normal frame, right? If I click on scene 4, I zoom in to this like this. But if I click on scene 5, I'll go just like this so that I'll be able to show you, the lights. This is amazing. I mean, this is crazy. It's mind-blowing. Let's go back to the first scene. So I can go from the first one to the fifth one, and the transition is just smooth. Come to the beautify segment of this. This is where a lot of work was really put in, like for the AI, beautification and all that. Look at it off. Look at the quality of my skin. Just notice my skin. Now when I turn it on, you can see there's a smoothing, a skin smoothing going on, and I set it at 100%. If I reduce it all the way to 0, now look at my skin. Let me zoom in a bit close. Now look at my skin. Can you see the smoothing going on there? So there is smoothing going on. You can see that my skin is now smoothing a bit. It's not that very harsh and sharp, in the sharpness. So now the skin whiteness, can you see? Just look, guys. I mean, look at what is going on here. So the whiteness, they are trying to whiten my skin a bit, and then look at your skin tone. So you can look at all that and all that. And by the way, from this app, you just click on this button here and record. You can see that I'm recording here. I can do here to take a screen grab. The thumbnail of this video in particular was taken with this camera, just to let you know how amazing it is. This is amazing. Let's go back to this. Beautiful and a great concept. Also, there are other settings we can explore about this. When you click on this place, you are going to see a lot of things like your audio, your camera. In this camera, I can do face priority on or off. I usually let it off. We can do volume meter. So when we click on volume meter, you will see on the app interface that there is a volume meter there, right? So, and then noise cancellation is also applied. The mic itself has a good noise cancellation. That is in the audio segment. So you have it. You can mute the mic, keep audio when video is off. You can do that. When you're live streaming, your audio will not, even if your video is off, your audio keeps going through. You can see where you pair your mic. Mic 1 disconnected. So if you have mic, you can pair it here and add new mic here. So that is it. Another amazing thing about this camera is this MoMA live cam feature that they added into it. Let's say you are using this camera and you want your settings from this place to go directly into your OBS, right? Your ISO setting, your beautification setting, your green screen settings, all of that settings that you have done here. If you want that to go pass through to your OBS or maybe to your Zoom without further, hassle, right? Just come here and turn it on. Once you turn it on, everything that you are seeing here, the configuration will all go to OBS. So when I decide to zoom here, OBS people will get it, right? If I'm streaming online, if I'm streaming on Zoom, they will be able to get it. So this app is one of the amazing things about this particular gadget that I think everybody should be aware of. Before I talk about the things I don't like about this camera, right? You see, the thing is shaking when because I'm on the table, I'm typing something, so it's shaking, right? A way to avoid this is to get a tripod. You can get a tripod, like a small tripod, like the one I'm using to hold the slides, just to mount it, close to you. Or if your desk is stronger than mine and not shake, why not? But even if it shake, can you see there is this stabilization that they are applying to it? One thing that I don't like about this device is that it doesn't have any recording button on it. There is no control on it, right? You cannot use it without a PC. Always have to use it with your PC. If this device could record on its own, maybe there is SD card slot and a button to press and record, maybe a tiny screen to preview, just this size, that is the size of a GoPro or your Akaso action cameras. If we can only have that using it like this, it works as a webcam, very crispy, clean, and easy to go, and also have like the button that you can just take it out. I mean, this will be a good contender with the Insta360 series. But I understand the niche that they are targeting, right? It is also very important. I'm not ruling that out. But for a wider audience to use it, I would have loved it to have these things that I just mentioned. Okay, so who is this device for? This device will work best for content creators that are into teaching, masterclass, or explainer videos, right? That you sit down and show products like this and talk to your clients one-on-one. Those that are into consulting, that want to always have crispy, clean videos, right? This is it. And those that are always into long distance meetings or conferences, they are going to put you on a long distance conference. This is the camera to use. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to do anything. But when you want to do something, the app is there for you to configure these settings to exactly what you want. Guys, you have it, the Hollyland Lyra.